So let's briefly discuss what a function is. You'll need to know the definition at least a little bit to maybe do the assigned homework, or it helps. You don't really need to know it, I guess, but it helps. So a function is a relationship between two sets in which each element of the first set, called the domain of the function, is matched with exactly one element of the second set, called the range of the function. Okay, and you're used to seeing things put in ordered pairs. X is the independent variable in a function, and y is the dependent variable. So we talked about linear functions in section 6.2. If you had something that looked like, or linear equations. We didn't call them functions, I don't believe, but they were functions. Okay. A linear equation is a function, so it can be called a linear function also. So that's one way to write it. You could also write it like this. That just says that, that just means that y is a function of x. Okay. What this means is that for every x I pick, you're going to get exactly one y. That's what this definition means. Each element of the first set is matched with exactly one element of the second set. So if I let x be 5, you're going to get out 12. There's no other y value that you'll get. Every time you stick 5 into this function, you get out 12. So if you do it today, you put 5 in the function, you're going to get out 12. You do it tomorrow, you plug in 5, you're going to get out 12. 5 is paired with or matched with 12 in this particular function. Okay. So let me erase the definition, or let me erase all this stuff here. You've probably seen graphs where they have the Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane just means the xy axis. Let me draw a function. So let's say our graph looks like this. This is the graph. Is that a function or isn't it a function? Pause the video if you want, and we can talk about it after you're done pausing the video. So the answer to this is that this is a function. The reason is each element of the first set is matched with exactly one element of the second set. In other words, anytime, so let's actually give these numbers. You should be able to tell me, if I give you an x value, you should be able to tell me what the y value is. Exactly what it is. Not what it could be, but exactly what it is. Can you do that here? Yes, you can. If I say when x is 2, what is y? Well, it's 3. Well, what about when x is 3? It's still 3. Okay, you can tell me what it is. Every element, or every element of the first set, which is the x values, is matched with exactly one element of the second set. Okay, so when x is 4, y is also 3. Okay, so in other words, we have points that look like this. So 3, 3. It looks like, well, it looks like it's still part of my graph. It's not drawn great, but when x is 5, y is still 3. Maybe when x is 6, it goes up to 4. And you can see it keeps climbing. Well, so we said this is a function. So you notice the y values can be the same. When x is 1, y is 3. When x is 2, y is 3. Still, every element of the first set is being matched with exactly one element of the second set. Let me do an example of a graph that's not a function. It's easy. I could make up a really easy example, but I don't know. I'm going to do like one that might be a little bit more hard to see. Just like the circle, I guess. Okay, that graph is not a function. The reason why, when x is 2, it might be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When x is 2, y is 3, but it's also 7. Anyway, you probably can't see that. Yeah, you could, but notice that every element of the first set is not matched with exactly one element of the second set. 2 is matched with 3 and 7. Okay, so this is not a function. You can't have the same x value with different y values. Okay, you can have the same y value with different x values. One thing you probably have heard of, or might have heard of, is something called the vertical line test. You can tell if a graph depicts a function if anytime you draw a vertical line, it only goes through at most one point of the graph. So if I draw vertical lines over here, each vertical line only goes through one point. This vertical line goes through there, this one goes through there, this one goes through there. So this is a function. If I do vertical lines over here though, this vertical line goes through 2 points, that vertical line goes through 2 points. So this is not a this is not a function. Okay, so in the next video we're going to talk about some applications of functions, maybe how to evaluate a function, things like that.